Man, look at this guy with his two bags. Just like looking up, like almost as if he's made peace with what's about to happen to him, and these people can't even get through this door. His mom's holding her child. Like, God, dude, this is terrifying. There's the Titans, just like just all of them. Oh, so I thought that this was actually like a shot of the sea, like they were still making their way onto land. But no, oh my God! So this is legit like the remnants of Marley itself. Holy dude! Like, okay, so like if the fact of like the Titans actually going through the streets and crushing people didn't cement the fact that this is happening enough, then I think this shot definitely should. Like it's incredible the fact that like I honestly believe that I was looking at a shot of waves of the ocean, and that in fact that could be confused for no, it's just a completely like wiped out landscape that they literally left nothing behind it in their wake of destruction, um or in their path of destruction. That's insane. That there's just like little remnants of some buildings, and that's it. There's nothing, like no evidence aside from those few pieces of buildings. There's like no evidence that there was even life here to begin with. Um, that's that's insane, dude. Um, oh boy. So okay, so we actually have like an aerial view of Aaron. His little legs in the back too. Um, man, dude, I really don't know what to make. I don't know what to make of this dude's final design. Um, I don't know. It's so like grotesque and out there, like so out of left field. Um, I feel I don't know if a lot like illogical sounds like derivative, but like illogical in the sense of that I can't make sense of it, that I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if I like it or I hate it. Um, because like it's just so I don't know. It's just so like I guess unique, but it's just so out there, right? I guess credit to Isayama for making a design like that. For like because I feel like I guess myself included, but I feel like if you were someone who came into Aaron's final design expecting, this hulking, colossal version of the Attack Titan, or better yet, like a version that would incorporate design elements from all the Titans that he's taken up to this point to, combine together to form, this, new version. Um, if you were expecting something like that, then I can see why you'd be disappointed. But I don't know how I feel. I can't even say that I'm middle of the road because it's just like I'm like, yep, okay, there's there, and like I don't know what to make of it honestly. Um, I'd be really interested to see like what is the consensus with this design. Like, did people hate it? Do they love it? Um, where are people at with this? Because I can honestly see it going either way, and I would not be surprised. Um, okay. So ever since I was born, there before my eyes stood those miserable walls. Flaming water, frozen plains, snow fields on sand. I'm sure that the outside world is way bigger than the one inside of these walls. Anyone who saw those things would be the freest person in the world. This is freedom. Man, dude, what a beautiful shot this is, man. And it's such a crazy like juxtaposition because like you have this shot of him arms, spread out, like a expression of like pure elation, right? And it's Kid Aaron, right? This sort of like beacon of like hope and like innocence. Um, and it's a strange juxtaposition because you have that image, and then the panels above him and the panels below him are people getting trampled, right? Um, it's such. I feel like you can glean so much, and I can't wait to go read some theories about, if there has to be theories about this panel, because I feel like you can take it a multitude of ways, right? Specifically about the freedom that he's referring to, because let's be honest, the freedom that he and Armin, led themselves to believe through Armin's books, once they, actually got out there to experience that world that they kind of hyped themselves up for, was not all that it was cracked up to be, right? Um, so yeah, that freedom that was in those books is not the freedom, that they eventually came face to face with. But so specifically a line of, he's talking about the flaming water, the frozen plains, snowfields on the sand. Um, that anyone who saw those things would be the freest person in the world. This is freedom. So like, God, because there's so much to take from this, because like, so I guess we're meant to, well, we're meant to believe that this is Aaron's mindset right now, like as he's actually inside the Titan, like in his mind, this is the expression that he's wearing as he's like literally overlooking all of Marley, like literally the total annihilation of these people. He's looking over and he's saying, "This is the freedom that this was my dream, right?" And all the way back when he was a kid, like this was the freedom that I sought after. This is the freedom that I wanted. Um, it's different from the one that was that was described in Armin's books, but this is his version of freedom. His version of freedom is a world that is free of the Titan curse and is free of hate, this cycle of hatred, right? Of the Marlians and the people who sort of prosecute the Eldians. That's his freedom. And he finally has it in his hands. This is essentially his dream. Not necessarily like, I don't think necessarily like this, but specifically freedom, right? And I don't know, man. Like it's a lot. I hope that came out concise enough to get my point across. Um, but that's just my sort of 2 cents, what I was able to glean from that. Um, it's a really warped and messed up version of freedom, but it's so messed up because like his version of freedom is literally a a world that is literally trampled to a point that there's like zero evidence of life even being here at all, right? That's his version of freedom. A freedom that sees, the Eldian people free and freed from this cycle of hatred. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can really add anything else to that, but that's just kind of like my immediate thoughts. It's a really really fascinating shot of him. It's a beautiful shot, first of all. Um, but all right, let's get back into this. Finally, we are here at last. This is that site, right, Armin? Oh, he's communicating with Armin. Aaron. Interesting. Healed up already? Huh? Annie? Yeah, I had some time. I never imagined life would be so laid back here. Want to take a seat? Man, look at Armin's eyes. I wonder if they actually had a further conversation, or what happened. I figured that I hadn't thanked you yet, so huh? For years, you came to talk to me. Thank you. Yeah. I was so lonely that I felt like I might lose my mind. The only thing I could look forward to was hearing you and Hitch talk. Annie. But why? Why did you bother talking to a rock that couldn't so much as grunt a response back to you? Huh? There must have been more fun and cheerful girls out there, right? That's. No. Oh, he's blushing too. Oh, man. Are they actually gonna be a thing? What? Dude, this is unexpected. Annie, I did it because I wanted to see you. Oh, look at Annie bury her head. Why? Huh? Do you really not get it? Even after Hitch teased me that much. I don't. And she's blushing too. Really? What are we doing? Right now, millions and millions of people are being trampled around the world. What are we even doing? Yeah. Now I get it. You're a good person. And that's why you were even willing to talk to an enemy like me, right? It's the same reason you won't give up on having a dialogue with Aaron. It's what drove you to bother with a monster who could wake up at any moment. You wanted to avoid conflict, right? Sit down. Look at Armin, man. Dude, I am so I'm so proud of Armin, man. Because this is just like I don't know if it's like hyperbole, but like this is just not the character. Like obviously, for obvious reasons, this is not the same Aaron from the beginning of the series. The shy, timid, sort of reserved Armin, and to see him being like kind of like taking the reins here, and I don't know, man. I'm so happy for him. Um, Also, I know I told you this before, but I really don't like being called a good person after all. I've killed a lot of people, not just soldiers, regular people, children. And now I've made the choice to betray everyone living on the island where I was born and raised. I killed my allies. I've been a monster for a long time now. Somewhere in my head, there was a promise I made to Aaron that we'd travel the world of the unknown. I thought it would come true. The world of the unknown wasn't all it was cracked up to be, was it? No, it wasn't the world we dreamed of. But I still want to believe that there's still a world we don't know about yet out there. Whoa. Past the walls. Like, he doesn't even have a body anymore. Like, it's just like the spine and his head. Weird. Man. All right, man. This was a roller coaster of a chapter, to say the least. Doing the stuff with Ramsey, right? Like, as I didn't expect to care about that kid as much as I ended up doing. Um, but that stuff really really hit me, right? Um, yeah, between that and also, okay, so here's an interesting question that I just thought about. Um, is it is it safe to assume, or can we at least theorize that should should we assume that Berthold has something to do with Armin's sort of interest in Annie, or can we, or do we think it's fully Armin that's in control of this, right? Um, because at least for as long as I can remember, Armin and Annie haven't really had. I guess that's their ship name, Arnie. But like, I guess they haven't really had like at least too many like one-on-one dialogues between each other. At least as far as I can remember. Like this really started like their connection really begun once Armin started sitting down to have his conversations with Annie when she was inside the crystal. But that was when he had taken in the colossal titan and Berthold's memories. So like, can we also say that Berthold might have affected his decision to come and start speaking to Annie as well? um I don't know. I cross my fingers that's not the case because I actually want Armin and Annie to be a thing because like I said, like they feel like they're polar opposites. Um it feels like a thing that just like I never thought would be a thing, but like now that I'm presented with it, I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do that." you know? So yeah, I don't know, man. That'd be cool. But yeah, that's it for this chapter, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Attack on Titan. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.